Hi everyone, LazyFire here. Welcome back to Wolfenstein New Order. Last time, we lost one of our resistance members to a suicide bomb, but we have access to the London Nautica now. The first thing we're going to do is actually come over here. You wouldn't think to do this normally. A little extra ammo, never hurt. There's also usually an Enigma code there if you haven't picked it up already. And, I always wondered about this. Can I get into this car? People had pointed out that you could mess with the car in one of the previous levels, and I was kind of sad that I'd never thought to do that. Sign over here. Work order. Very big work order. Just making sure. And one of the things the game does, by the way, is it does give you some subtle hints on where you need to go throughout the level. So you'll see arrows like that in certain places. Just makes sense that this is the way you have to go right now. And look at that, we have cause to use our little electric friend here. Nope. Nah, going away then. Okay, he got caught. That's good news. We're going to need another way around, though. This looks a lot more promising. What's this? Health pack? Always need a health pack. This looks like a good place. Yep. Okay. One way to get rid of him, huh? I don't think he's following us anymore. What the hell? Okay, I think he's done now.
William, I'm looking at blueprints of the building. It's a long way to the top.
Yeah, it's a fucking tall building. Oh, look at this. Alright, got some pistol ammo. Okay. That just happened. We'll just crawl our way through the rubble here for a bit. He'll...
This is the reception area. I want you to go to the far end of the reception area, through the large doorway, and into the moon dome. Brutus is raised by Scovage, and Bobby's death will not be in vain.
So anyways, the guy I just killed...
Coming on hard like. Picked the wrong day for hard gliding.
The guy I just killed is actually... he will attack you if you get too close, so I kind of just put him down. Hey, giving us a lot of ammo. Ah. How about that? So, don't get too close to these guys if you can help it, by the way. So, that can be a difficult fight if you don't know what to do. But what you saw me do there, and I'm going to pick up his armor now that he's dead. You can actually salvage that and turn it into real armor, which is kind of neat. You can shoot him in the head, the little glowing eye there, and that will give you a chance to stun them, similar to if you threw a grenade at their feet. Might as well. And once you do that, you've basically got a chance to get right behind him and shoot him just like I did previously. Honestly, that's the best way to deal with these guys. Alright. Nothing you can do about that. It always goes off. I don't know why I shot a plant, though. Alright, the reason I got up here as fast as I did is because this place absolutely floods with assholes. Grabbing a few extra grenades, getting these guys before they can get to me, it's very important here. This can be a very difficult fight. Might as well get a couple knife kills in when I can, right? And that's part of the reason why it's difficult to fight. having that security robot there is not helpful. And he fired at me right there. Give it a second. You can see that my overcharge didn't work out great, huh? And right there, that's a turret. And that bounced. Let's run across. Shit. Bad timing. Really bad timing. Alright. We've mostly cleaned this area out. Mostly. There's still going to be guys all over the place, but we should be able to take on our friend the robot. Just want him out. I'm going to take a risk here. Got him.
London Nautica, verehrte Besucher. Ich bin General Wilhelmstraße. Der Gründer dieses...
Okay. You put a Nazi on the moon. Fuck you, moon.
Einen Roboter erschaffen würde, wann immer ich mich einsam und ängstlich fühlen würde, sollte er meine Hand halten. Heute klingt das albern, nicht wahr? Doch so ist es, die den Rot.
Okay, sorry, I'm going to break this for a second and talk about the perk I just picked up. Quick regen. It's a pretty easy one. Just overcharge your health, and once you have those health packs, it's very easy to do this. And it just means that when I have less than a 20%, when I'm down near a 20% area or a 20 health area, that my health will just go back up faster. I'm actually going to talk over German for the most part, I think, from here on out. Partially because I honestly don't expect too many people to understand it and would go by the subtitles anyways. Let's hotwire this.
Deshalb errichtete ich das London Nautica in der Hoffnung, dass es viele junge Besucher dazu bewegt, Großes zu erschaffen. Genießen Sie Ihren Besuch. Sicherheit.
There we go. Alright, more health up. That's always good. And article. Yeah, so basically Jurassic Park. There's a few more little areas here that I'd like to show off. I have pretty much full ammo at this point, but in here, all the armor, grenades, everything else you could ever need, including... wrong one, hold on. This, yes, shotgun. We have a shotgun again. I don't know why I just grabbed that. I don't really need it for any particular reason. You come in here where the turret is. You can grab the turret and use it against the security robot. Not highly suggestible, but you can. You know, that's the important thing. And if we come through here, I want to just show this off. It doesn't really matter now, you know? But you can get into the vents over the combat area. I don't really understand how you would really use this, or even why, but there usually is a treasure over there in the form of a golden dagger, and I think an Enigma code up here. But it brings you... there we go. That's exactly why I overcharged my health. Down right here. I don't think there's any way to really get there otherwise, so I don't know why it's there. And here's some cool stuff. I went over here and showed this stuff off. It's all repeating, but look at this. It's just kind of neat that this is all here. This one seems to suggest the moon colony. So, neat. And we're kind of done with this area. Let's move on.
Inside the moon dome is a door to the maintenance section. Look for a door on the outer wall near to the top of the dome.
I really want this fucking drone dead. God damn, do I hate the drones. And you saw there, when he exploded, he knocked me back a step or two. They're such bullet sponges. Alright, let's, The marksman basically hits like a fucking tank and is pretty great against most unarmored targets. If you try to use it on the security robots, say by shooting them in their eye, it'll stun them just like a normal bullet would, so there's no real reason to waste what's basically rare ammo on security robots. The marksman in and of itself isn't all that useful and doesn't appear a lot in the game, to be completely fair. It's more a situational weapon than anything else. In this area, it's very useful. It's one of the few areas in the game that gives you really long distances and a chance to basically just take on people. It also drops more marksman ammo, I think, than any other area in the whole game. I've already picked up like 10 more rounds. So the difficult part about this area is that there's limited cover. And oh, also, the other thing that makes me not like the marksman, I suck at sniping in this game and every other game. I've already mentioned that in a lot of the Let's Plays I've done, but it should be enforced. I am not good. Goodbye. I really like being able to do that, by the way. I don't know why. Let's go down to the bottom here. We've actually cleared out pretty much everyone we have to worry about. We have full health. And we're in a pretty good spot right now. Always good to grab armor, too. I really like this area. It's a shame that you only get to be in it for a few minutes total, but it's kind of cool. You know, you can see this... Armor, okay. I thought that was someone moving up there. You could see this being, you know, sort of an exhibit anywhere when you talk about some sort of national accomplishment. But the bronze Nazi moon statues kind of sell it. Right here. Actually, the reason I was down here is I was looking for the fucking number 1. So, yes, this is the moon base. It exists. Bucket, I'll overcharge. Alright. So, a lot of these are going to repeat. It's not a big deal. I saw that guy, I was wondering if those were bulletproof glass. I can never remember. Someone's shooting at me. Oh, I guess not. Jesus fucking Christ with the drones. I always forget about these guys in this area. Once again, I think it was Annihilated who pointed out in the thread that the shotgun is great against the drones, and it really is.
Do you see the door to the maintenance section? It's in the star field, about halfway to the top of the dome. Can you find a way to reach it?
There's a couple ways to get there. You could actually go off of that over there and jump down it. But fuck it. Let's do it my way. You can see that the segments here are kind of broken down. So you couldn't just normally walk up here. I don't know how this area got damaged the way it did, but it did. Hello, new friends. Enjoy grenade. We're gonna use a lot of grenades. I figure we may as well. I'm also going to try to vary up our usage of weapons throughout the LP. Not just rely on, say, the assault rifle, which it's very easy to do, by the way. It's a good weapon. In this case, let's actually switch to the marksman. Fuck that guy. Hey, recharge station? Always need one of these. Oh shit, that guy's still alive. Okay. I really gotta pay better attention. You can...
On the wall, it's the access tunnel to the elevator shaft.
You can really, really screw yourself out of some stuff in this game if you don't pay attention to how many guys are alive. Yep.
Hopefully the elevators haven't suffered any damage from the blast.
Oh yeah, it looks good. Alright, here we go. And remember this from the very first level? Why would you want to fight drones? I just wanted them out of there before I had to go anywhere. This is actually kind of neat. That's the last time we'll see that sort of thing in this entire game. I think that just says a lot about how this game is done and how the developers approached it. You know, they don't want to do too much that it would harm anyone or make the game feel boring or repetitive. Okay, so rookie mistake. You may stand on the elevator if you didn't pick up the shooting mechanism to try to take out these 4 safety brakes and end up cutting the elevator brakes when you're on it. It's a bad idea.
Brakes off an elevator. What could go wrong? Better stand on the counterweight.
And BJ will just tell you not to do what you might do normally. I missed that the first time and I died. There's no special death or anything for it. It's just, it reminds you you're an idiot. Yep.
I think I found something.
What do you see?
Ancient artifacts. Highly technological in nature. Parchment. Looks like Hebrew. I think the Nazis are trying to reverse engineer all this stuff.
Are there any identifying marks?
Dot? You should. Dog, Abel, apostrophe. Abel, Tara, space, yoke, item, Charlie, Hal, Uncle Dog.
Might be something in our archives, Anya. See if you can find any references to Dot Yishud.
Will do. Be careful out there.
I like her, Blaskovitz. Good catch. Be sure to bring as much of this Dot Yishud stuff as you can carry.
Will do.
I really like how the disparate scenes there all came together. That's, I think, pretty neat. Alright, our health is maxed out currently. We don't need any of the health pickups that are in this area. I'm gonna take one anyways, fuck it, right? And, interactive stuff. Huh. Well, I don't see a way out of this room. So, we're gonna have to do the obvious thing. Well, not so obvious, but obvious enough. Ah, there we go. Game will straight up just tell you. Let's climb this ladder real quick. Oh, of course. And just pop these out.
Right. Let's fire it up.
And then... now we have our gimmick weapon of the game, the laser craft work. Yeah. Laser craft work. Well, it's a pretty interesting little weapon. You can drill in like you could. Well, the game's gonna just tell us. You can take out these metal crates, similar to the, if you remember the episode where I, oh yeah, you want that.
I see a small planning channel behind the north wall. Look for some form of access point near the floor.
I don't know how I missed that in my previous playthroughs. But these panels here, we've seen them before. This is the thing I shot through in the episode with Anya's grandparents. And you can just cut these out now, instead of having to use a nearby turret. And you can also fire it. You saw me do that first. It does work as a weapon, similar to how the other one did. Or how the,
About 2 floors up is an access point leading directly into the hangar.
how the laser cutter worked in previous levels.
Be very close. The hangar is where the Project Whisper helicopter prototypes are kept.
Alright, more knocking down elevators, because we just hate the elevator industry or something. I get paranoid about powering on this thing. As you can see, just the 5 shots I took there took out a lot of the power in the unit. So you'll see me make quick cuts and take very few shots with this unless I absolutely need to.
There's my helicopters. That's it, engineering. That's your bottom dollar, it is.
So this area, it's difficult to figure it out at first because of the way this guy is dressed. But when you look at the map, you can see that the commander's here and down here. I often think that that guy's a commander. I don't know why, I just do. We're going to take out these guys before we have to get to them. This room is a pretty big deal. It's got security robots in it. This is what the commanders look like in the Nautica, by the way. Can't believe I missed that shot. It's got security robots patrolling down below. It's got guys all over the walkways here. And
Be easier. You didn't have big honking robots, and I had an army.
and it can get pretty messy if you get caught. So we're going to play it very safe. I don't know why I just took that health. I didn't want to. Oh well. There's our last target. Let's see if we can get closer to him, shall we? Maybe get a throwing knife kill in, right? I'm sure this is what's going to screw me on this too. Goodbye. So now we've basically cleared this area out. There should be a couple guards patrolling down below, but nothing we can't handle. We can now dual-wield marksman, and here's our first upgrade for the laser craft work. There's a few of these throughout the game. We can now shoot it like our assault rifle, really. Pretty damn good. I'm going to try to pick up as many of these as I can because they're ultra helpful. So expect to see a lot of that. Here we go. Security robots everywhere. Let's actually show off what this looks like, by the way. You can dual-wield sniper rifles, but why would you? Alright, so we want to take out these security robots. We know the best way to do that is to wait till they turn around on us. And here's one of the things this game does that I think is actually kind of smart. It only gives you a couple areas where you can kind of hit them in the back reliably. I don't know why I took the opportunity to try that there, knowing it wouldn't work, but I did it anyways. Just get blinded, thanks. Oh, shit, I'm Those Tesla grenades are the Tesla effect, the electrical stuff that they're firing at us, is more dangerous now than it was before, simply because the laser craftwork that we use is going to get drained if we get hit with it. Just seeing if I can grab some grenades here. Always use ammo. Here we go. This is also why I didn't pick up the armor that we were given opportunity to grab earlier. You can see here. I'll just unload this on him. Not a lot of damage. You'd expect a little bit more. That will come in time. Let's just grenade him. I really don't like using grenades in this game. Annihilated has mentioned it multiple times. It's... Why did I just do that? It's not the most helpful thing. Okay. Well, now we have friends. There are very few grenades in the game, comparatively. And you're always going to be kind of worried that you're not going to pick them up. To me, they're... I don't want to really compare them to anything in other games, because, you know, this game is very much its own game. But it's almost like, say, special attacks or something like that in other games, where you know you have a limited number, so you kind of hold on to it. Or ammo for things like the BFG 9000 and the Doom games. You know, you want to have it if you need it. Alright, just, you know, avoid getting shot as much. My desire to use different weapons all the time is it's coming through here. Getting shot back. This is really bad. I don't know what I was thinking here. This can be a difficult firefight at a good time. And I've made it a fucking stupid firefight. So I came down, I moved out of cover. You can see I'm taking damage because of my dumb moves. Luckily, there's plenty of armor and ammo and health all around this area. And of course, my health is maxed out at 130 now. So I'm not in as bad a position as it would appear. Without the laser craft work fully loaded, though, I'm in a bad spot always. I love to have this stuff as full as possible. Hey, it's Ultra Security Robot. Run away. Okay, this fight can be pretty daunting. What you want to do is basically just make them have to come after you in these different spots. Run over to the other one, load up. This is one of those things that I actually like about the enemies in this game, is that they will kind of react as you'd expect them to. Oh boy, sometimes, where they will see where he's firing there on the place he knew I was last. That sort of thing is actually kind of neat. And the game will give you some opportunities to basically do one-man flanking routes. Look at how hard he hits, by the way. What you want to do is shoot that fucking gun. Take it right off of him if you can. Huh. Don't know why it didn't load there. You can break your loading on that thing just by moving. So, don't feel bad if you have to run away. You can always come back. These things don't run out of energy. And if you look at the bottom left, or the bottom right, where my ammo is, you can see that it's slowly gaining a little bit. Well, we're going to do this. Right there. The grenade helps. There we go. Oh, I got auto panzer. I thought that meant they killed him. You actually, to do that, you believe you need to hit every shot from a fully charged laser craft work to kill something. Let's just take him out. I think that's really the best way to fight him. I know you can shoot that gun until he breaks, but...
Right. Nazi's dead. Nazi robot's dead. Broke all your shit. Helicopter secured.
Oh, beat. So yeah, if you had trouble with this, I just threw a knife, of course. You could always come break some of these boxes. There's health, ammo, and everything like that in here. But the laser craftwork is really the way to go if you're going to fight this guy. Just pop him a couple dozen times with it, and you're pretty good. And so the laser...
There's a control room on the upper level. From there, you can open the hangar.
Anyways, the laser craftwork will actually regenerate some of its ammo if you go down below a certain percentage. If you look at the bottom right, this is what I was saying before, you can see where the line is there's sort of a black line there. It will regenerate up to that point. So even if you run completely out and you're stuck in a spot where you can't get to anything, you can still come and grab some. More Moon Nazi posters. And, let's do this.
Well done, Blazkowicz. Don't move, you're getting visitors.
You folks are crazy.
Easy, watch your landing! You dead, Klaus? Are you okay, mister? Nothing broken. Fucking hell, you dumb German sod. You can't be that reckless with your landings, you get yourself killed. Blazkowicz! Pick up Caroline, put her in the pilot seat of the last helicopter!
Alright, let's go meet up with our friends. So, alright, yeah, there it is. Sometimes I just think things.
I don't have all day!
I think things are in spots they are. Alright, well, we're gonna finish this mission. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'll see you next time.
My hero.
All aboard!
How did you survive? I thought you were dead.
Don't remember much. Remember punching Hans Gross in the face. Remember ascending into the sky. For moments there I thought I was going to heaven. Then falling, then pain. First pain of my life. Felt like my insides were running out through my back. Could barely move. Had to crawl. They found me after 3 days in a ditch. Long months in a Kreisauer hospital bed. They were shoving tubes in me. Infection. These things I don't want to remember.
I'm sorry about your legs.
Don't be. I've learned how to fly.
Things are never going to fit, Caroline.
Yes, they will. Trust me.
They will never fit!
Have you finished complaining? For now, this is top priority. What is the dot ye should? How can we get in contact with them? Anya, what do we know?
Very little, but I have some ideas.
Good. Anya, you take the lead on this. Blazkowicz, whatever she needs, you help her find it, yeah?
William, I could use your help. Could you come over here for a second? I found some interesting leads. This parchment describes a way to create a type of super concrete.
This is what the Nazis have used to build all these concrete monstrosities around here.
Yes, everything, even this place. This is the only concrete they used. This is how they created all those cities so quickly. Now that we know where it comes from, I need a sample of it for closer study. Can you look around here for a piece of exposed concrete that shows an outbreak of mold? It should be porous enough for you to cut me a sample.
Whatever you need.
Also, there was this encrypted list of Dat Yishud members in Poland during the war. I need to compare it with the official German state records on Jewish citizens in the years between 1939 and 1945. Can you see if those records are in the archives room?
I'll get right on that.
And there's one more thing. It's quite critical.
What?
That'll be all. We can go now.